What's going on, everybody? It's your boy, Chef Yarneezy, the Pitmaster. Hey, all you naysayers out there, all you who are not checking out my page, all you who are not making your little comments but taking stuff from me, this is for you. And to the guy who was like, "Yeah, I'm the only comment." Hey, man, that doesn't matter to me. You missing the whole point. The point is I'm trying to put out information for the masses. Whether the masses come, it's not my fault. Okay. But I am trying to put out valuable information, which I do for others to follow. If you're not liking or making comments on my page, that's on you, but there are people who are watching my page, believe that, bro. And I have a lot of folks in my group that you don't know about that won't comment there, but they're commenting in my actual internal group. So I think that was a little dig you tried to take at me, but it's all good. Well, I can't think of who that brother was or who the person was, but y'all will see it on my page. Somebody made a comment, and I'm like, okay, it's all good. But let's get to the business, okay? The Dow Jones, ladies and gentlemen, what is it doing today? Okay, I'm on the 4-hour chart. And what you see happening right now is what I call the boost. The boost. Okay, what is a boost? A boost is where the EMAs are pushing upward and forcing price action to go in that same direction because they have to line up. Now, I'm not going to drop all the sauce on what I mean by lining up, but they have to line up a certain way, which is going to push price action up. So where is the next level that the Dow Jones can go? Golly. Well, I'm going to show you as soon as I can get this stuff off my screen. So the next level I see for the Dow off the 4-hour chart is right about here on this flat top candle at 33,126. Then it can go as high as 33,353, and with a final possible stop at 33,473. Now, I'm not sure if it wants to exceed this candle here because we're still in a downward momentum. I mean, it's still in a sell momentum overall. I mean, if I would have, I can't draw a line because it's going to bring back all my charts, but I don't want it to do that. But what I will say is, if you look here, this is matter of fact. Let's do it. I can do it. Hold on. US 30. I can do it this way. All right, cool. Now I can draw. All right. So when you look at it, this is where we are. Okay. Yeah, right about here or so. Okay. So it is kind of like in a channel, if you will, right? It's like in a channel. It's balancing itself within this little channel. It's making larger moves, though. You notice as it drives through the channel, it's making larger moves. Now, one other thing that I noticed that it did here, it did not come down to this level, which is like 27,178 or so. What it did, it flattened out right here. And when I notice when the market flattens out, it's on a move to go this way, right? So based on what I see with the EMAs, I think the sucker is going to shoot pretty high. I just don't know how high yet. And I'm going to gauge my first level at like 34,253. If it keeps going, we can go to 35,640. And if it keeps going, I think it's going to break a new high. All right. But they keep hollering recession for next year. So if there's going to be a recession next year, we're going to get all the uplift now. Now, the Fed is going to come out with this news right here. Let's see. What day is that? Today is Tuesday. I think it's tomorrow or Friday. Oh, federal fund rate. 2 o'clock tomorrow. Watch for the market to do something crazy tomorrow, y'all. All right. If you're in the market at 2 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, anytime this federal rate comes out, look, let's see what they're talking about. Interest rate All right, actual greater than forecast is good for currency. Scheduled 8 times per year. The rate decision usually priced into the market, so it tends to be overshadowed by the FOMC statement, which is focused on the futures. Okay, so interest rate, Fed funds rate. They're talking about they may raise the rate yet again. Expectations are that the FOMC will announce a 75 basis point rate increase in the federal funds rate at the meeting this week. Okay, this right here is from Merrill Lynch. All right. So if that's the case, um, look for the market to possibly run way north. Okay. And that's when I think we're going to see those 33, those high 33s and 34s on the Dow. Let's look at my Lucid. All right. I told some people to buy Lucid at 12 and some change. Well, Lucid is at $14.44. And it looks like, if you look at my EMAs, it looks like it's trying to run all the way up here to $20.49. So this is a good opportunity to get into Lucid. Plus, yesterday's news was favorable for Lucid. Their third quarter came back really good. They scaled back the amount of vehicles that they're going to put out, which actually put them in a better position, because their prediction at first was to put out like 20 some thousand vehicles, but that was a way overshot because their vehicles are very pricey. Okay, even though they can go 520 miles on the charge, not all of them do that. That top of the line one does. I think it's the pure the I can't think of the model, but because the pure is like the basic one, I think. But that sucker, even the base model can go 420 miles. So it's matched with Tesla. Tesla's top mileage, I think, is 420. So Lucid's base model is going along with what Tesla's doing. And I think it was one of the engineers or one of the designers of Tesla is the person that helped out Lucid and BMW. So that's what's going on with this particular stock. Let's look at Bitcoin. What is going on with old Bitcoin? Well, Bitcoin is in a fight for its life to stay relevant. And of course, it's going to, because these companies are still trying to turn everything into some type of cryptocurrency. But it looks like Bitcoin is having a fight between selling and buying right now, a real fight. What do I mean? Well, this EMA crossover is telling me it should be pushing up to like 22,368. But on the lower time frames, Bitcoin has been severely dropping. And, it's like, what's going on here? See this drop? Then it bought back up. Then it looks like it's trying to drop again. So it bottomed out at 20,245. That's on a 5-minute chart. So that was recent. All right. But looking at what's going on with Bitcoin right now, is kind of clear that it wants to come right back down, possibly to the 20,300 range before it decides to take this leap of faith all the way back up. And then gold did a gank move, man. Gold was way down here last night. Yesterday I saw gold. I was like, gold is tripping. Gold dropped down here to, what's this? 1631. All right. See, where's the low? 1633 is what, let me see what the low says. Hold on. It normally shows me the low up top. It's not really showing me the low. Oh, there it is. 1652. Well, that's current low. So the low here was 1630, 82.6. Well, it ran. This is the 15-minute chart. It ran right back to my resistance at 1654. And my next level is 1662. It's having trouble getting there. But if you look, it doesn't look like it's too far off. Here's the next mark at 1659. So, I'm looking at it to cover at 1662. That's a good number. I'm with it because it looks like it's ready to push up right here. Okay. And then lastly, I'll look at UCAD. United States dollar against the Canadian dollar. They had an issue. As you can see, they did a massive decline last night. And if you look at the higher time frame, it's not over, right? It is not over. So it looks like UK can drop a little bit more down here to my level of support, which is 1.35061. So look for United States dollar against the Canadian dollar to drop, especially if the Dow Jones is going to keep buying up. Let's look at the 1 minute real quick before I let you go. All right, let's see. I'm still drawing, I see, huh? All right, the 1 minute. What are we doing here? US 30. All right. So we got a 3-finger setup. All right. Okay, we got a nice little setup coming. So this one may drop and then allow UCAD to push up before it drops and allows Dow Jones to run up. So looking for a possible sell on the Dow. 32,931, maybe 32,931. And if it keeps going, let's look at the more. I got to look at more than just that. Okay. So maybe come down to the 50. 32,946. Let's look at one more chart. 15-minute chart. Wow, that sucker still. Look at that. That mouth is pointing straight up. Look at that bird. That bird beak is pointing straight up. Don't look like it want to do too much pulling back, does it? But it's got to eventually come back and close this right here. It's a nice little arch it made. It's got to come back and get that. So somewhere it should be dropping back down to like 31,941. So we're talking about 1,000-point drop here sometime soon on the Dow Jones. But news is going to have to drive that. So let's see what happens Wednesday. I mean, if the news is favorable, then yeah, we'll get that push up. If the news is not favorable, guess what? That's where that drop should come in now on Wednesday, if that's the case. Okay. All right. So as usual, please like, share, and subscribe. Hopefully this information that I put out has been beneficial for you. Make sure that when you're marking up your charts, you're doing support and resistance. I always start. I'll give you this last nugget of mine. Okay. I got a strategy called the D411. It's the day chart, 4-hour chart, 1 hour chart, 1 minute chart. You mark those charts up. You start off with the 4-hour, the day chart. You mark up the day chart highest and lowest. Then you mark the 4-hour chart, next highest, next lowest underneath the day chart. Then you do the 1 hour chart, same setup. Then you go down to the 1 minute, and then you mark your 1 minute support and resistance lines for your profits. Okay, that's where you're gonna say, oh, it's bouncing between support and resistance. So I can take it from this level of support to this level of resistance. I can make 40, 50 pips, boom, and I can roll with that. Okay, and that's how you do a chart mark. If you want to know more, of course, please like, share, and subscribe to the pipmastertradinggroup.com. That's the Pipmaster, Pipmaster, Pipmaster with 2 R's, Trading Group. That's PIP, not PIT, people. All right. Pipmastertradinggroup.com. Please go ahead and subscribe there. You can become a member of the Pipmaster Trading Group, and you'll get all the nuggets. Okay. Anyway, that's my time. I'm your boy, Chef Yardneezy, the Pipmaster, and this is my time. Holla at your boy.